Thank you to our friends, our title partners at Aditya Resorts. Now, as you know, these guys are hailing so big in Anuradhapura with their amazing treatments that they give you for aches, pains, and sometimes when a stage may collapse on you. Well, if you are someone like that who has gone through such traumatic experiences, you can have the best doctors working on you to get your physical strength back. But you know, who has time to go to Anuradhapura these days?
Oh.
Yeah, you don't have, no? Take that damaged foot of yours to Aditya in Colombo.
They have one in Colombo.
Yeah, they brought everything here, and I've given you a little voucher for you to remember me. Actually, it's not from me, it's from them. But they have the best doctors giving you the best treatments, and at the same time, they can even sort out this very soulful food before you step out. Do you feel relaxed already?
I
do. I know. Thank you to Aditya Resort. More details on their social handles.
Danu on Fire, powered by
Celeste Daily. Missing something? Just Celeste it.
I just say it.
Welcome to Danu on Fire right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. Today, I'm with someone who I had when I launched my second season. She was my second guest. We are going way back in time. I was thinner and yeah, I was younger as well. Anyway, welcome to the show. I'm so happy to have the ever so gorgeous, the most beautiful eyes, Raini.
Hi, Danu.
How are you?
Good.
Food always unites us. No?
Yes, always.
Yeah, I know. That's amazing. We were on a fast for 16 hours last time we met and we broke it beautifully. But yeah, anyway, so you have lost weight and you have like really like formed a beautiful voluptuous shape.
Thank you. I do like to stay a little voluptuous.
Yeah, of course. Otherwise, there's no Raini.
Yes, exactly.
I know.
And also, a lot of people I meet, they're not happy with me losing too much weight.
Yes.
They really like me being the little, you know,
Yeah, I know.
curvaceous
To
person.
hold and to love and to hold.
Yes, all my loved ones, plus a lot of fans, because every time I post like a picture, and if they seem like sometimes, you know, some poses make you look a little thinner.
Yeah.
So sometimes they comment on it and they say, hey, otoda kettu ennepa, api wata kemathi nae. They would make a comment. So
Of course.
yeah, so most demand to maintain this,
Of
so I think I'm
course.
going to continue this.
Thin is very common. Like I always say, smart is also very common. It's nice to be a bit, just not there still.
Okay.
So Raini, you have had a very, I can't say colorful year, you have had a bit of a interesting year. You literally had a stage collapse on you.
Yes, it was an LED wall. It was in Israel.
And I'm sorry, I need to also laugh.
Yeah, laugh. I laugh at it too.
How did it happen?
So the show had continued for 2.5 hours before I got on.
So there were bigger people than you.
It wasn't because I was big.
If it was me, they would have said that.
Yeah, I mean, no,
Mahatma
they say that to me too.
Ah.
Right, then, like, I think 2-3 months after the whole scenario, people would say, "Me, very dance karande paas like they would make a
Yeah.
comment. But what really happened was, is really security is very high, so they wouldn't let any of the Sri Lankan people to fix the stage or the LED walls, right? So they just did it how they usually do, but they don't know how Sri Lankan musical shows go.
And how we
How we party, right? So this thing has been moving because it wasn't clipped into or tied into anything.
Right.
So it was just standing there with like on the L shape, whatever they put the LED stuff in. So it kept on moving, but it's not visible to the eye because everyone's just partying anyway. And while I was singing my second song, this thing just collapsed on all of us.
And you literally jumped forward, no?
I didn't actually. What happened was the stage
Cracked
separated in
middle.
front of me. My foot went in, which saved my back
Right.
because when the wall fell on me, it only I literally, my booty really literally stopped it. And I was just holding the stage, but I was so afraid for the guitarist who was next to me because he was very tall, and the wall literally hit him like hard on his head. He fell and he was unconscious for like a couple of minutes, and we were supposed to take him in the ambulance, and a few were bleeding, some of the musicians, so we were very worried about it. I had like a pain, like fire go through my leg. I didn't know what it was. I kept like lifting my
Like
skirt.
what it was, yeah.
Yeah, and I still have the scar from it because it was apparently a square from an LED,
That is.
individual one that just came bashing into my.
So it was warm. It was.
yeah, it was.
heated.
Yeah, it was, and I still have like there's like a dark mark in my calf now.
So now, what did they say? Like, did they take ownership
No, I mean
to the mistake?
we could have actually sued them because this is like somebody could have died.
I know.
Honestly, it's a very serious situation. But then since everyone was okay and we continued the show 20 minutes later, we did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we continued the show.
So what happened to the guitarist? He was not there.
He got back up on stage actually. Like we started the show without him
and then he came back.
Yeah, but he actually got on stage while I was singing, and then we all applauded him for his strength and perseverance and everything. So yeah, we continued the show. The show went on. Everybody enjoyed. I think we had a crowd of about 3,000 heads. So yeah.
And can't disappoint all of them, right?
No, I mean.
Yeah, but it's amazing
Because
that
they
you're-
don't really get this kind of entertainment, so they
I
were
know,
just
especially
waiting
in
for it.
Israel.
And I'm glad that 2 days after we got back from Israel, the war started, and I was like, what?
that was the sign. It's just
For us to
terrible.
get out as
Yeah.
fast as we can.
But you also had more travel experiences with your dad as well.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yes.
It was
You've had some
tragic.
terrible times overseas.
Terrible, but very blessed.
Yeah.
Like I felt very blessed because everything really took care of us. Like everything happened at the right moment, at the right time, at the right place, so that like even when my dad was when he got sick on the flight when we landed in Dubai.
She was all alone.
Yeah,
she
I
was
was all
flying
by
with him.
myself with my dad, and
Yeah.
then he got very sick, and the best doctors in UAE took care of him. Everybody, all these delegates from like Sri Lankan delegates from in UAE,
yeah.
they all flew in to see him, and so much support and love.
And what was more shocking is the fact that even through all of that, you still went and performed because
I did.
You all were put for a show. And
I did, and the organizers were so nice. I mean, they were not expecting me to perform at all. And
Do they have a Raini lookalike there?
no, because they just thought that they'd ask the band to continue the night. So when I asked them if it was like what time I was going to perform, and they were so shocked, and they were like, "You're going to perform? Like, is that okay? Is that ethical?" Like, I was like, "Listen."
Are you mentally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, of course, this is my job, and my dad would want me to do this.
Correct.
And I cannot disappoint people. And because sometimes there are certain things that no matter what happens in our personal life as entertainers,
Show must go on.
responsibilities.
Have to go on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Ridma. His father passed
Yeah.
away, and he still continued with Nadagama.
Yes.
For those who will follow that musical journey,
Yeah.
it's remarkable. So, you have gone through some colorful, but you had a very busy schedule last year.
I did actually since 2022, like November.
Yeah.
November
She was doing a
22.
side duty-free job.
2022 November to 2023 December, I flew out of the country to like a concert every single month. and I'd be there for 2.5 to 3 weeks. So basically, I spent like a week or less in Sri Lanka every month. And I mean, I didn't even realize that I was working so much because I enjoy what I do.
And it's fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
And then we had a blast in April when we went to Australia because Lahiru, Piat, and the band Taxi, we all went together. And it was just like having family, and it was a blast. We were there for 28 days. And it flew by so fast, and it was awesome. Like, I would love to have another trip like that. It was a trip.
It was more than a,
It was more than work.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, we have to get into a break because here people at Mount Lavinia Hotel are so kind. They've given us Japanese. Yeah, so we're going to take a break to eat this. I don't know how to deal with chopstick, but we'll see you right after.
Danu on Fire, powered by
Celeste Daily. Missing something? Just Celeste it.
Thank you to our friends, our title partners at Aditya Resorts. Now, as you know, these guys are hailing so big in Anuradhapura with their amazing treatments that they give you for aches, pains, and sometimes when a stage may collapse on you. Well, if you are someone like that who has gone through such traumatic experiences, you can have the best doctors working on you to get your physical strength back. But you know, who has time to go to Anuradhapura no, these days?
Oh.
Yeah, you don't have no? Yeah. Take that damaged foot of yours to Aditya in Colombo. They brought,
they have one in Colombo.
Yeah, they brought everything here, and I've given you a little voucher for you to remember me. Actually, it's not from me, it's from them. But they have the best doctors giving you the best treatments, and at the same time, they can even sort out this very soulful food before you step out. Do you feel relaxed already? I do. I know. Thank you to Aditya Resort. More details on their social handles. Danu on Fire right here at Mount Lavinia Hotel, and we are in conversation with Raini. We have got our main sorted here while we dig into that. Let's speak about, so you are mostly a very independent girl because you lived in the US for a long time, mostly alone, right?
Not just because I lived there, because actually my entire family was there with us. I went to 4 years of high school there, and then 4 years of college. But that 4 years of college is what really molded me into who I am today, because I went away from home. I was on campus. I was an on-campus student, so I lived on campus, and then I worked. I worked in many places.
What's the worst thing you did?
It's not the worst. I wouldn't like to call it the worst, but I'd say I worked in this one place where Sri Lankans also worked.
Okay.
And they knew who I was, as in I had a few songs out
At that time.
at that time, and then obviously for my parents. And when you live, especially in New
will
York,
always find they can sniff out a Sri Lankan in a pool of many.
and you know, so then they'd kind of not treat you as well. They take that chance to
Show the
boss around a
level
little
up.
bit,
Yeah.
but it wasn't bad because I was not the kind of person to
Get offended about
I would never get offended. I mean, I'd laugh it out.
Yeah.
I always do. Even to this day, that's how I am. I just don't take things too personally. So yeah, it was an experience, and I thought to myself how hard people have it, because if this is what I am facing, being me, and and I take it very lightly. But if it was somebody who took it in a different way, they probably would have hated their life. So yeah.
And the ones you were in college with knew who you were, like
No.
what type of background you come
So
from?
high school, yes. High school, I went to high school in New York. So everybody in school, all the Sri Lankans, they knew who I was. They knew who my parents. Like, it was just a normal thing. I mean, it's a common thing because I went to school here.
Yeah.
And I don't really care. The more they don't know about me, I like it.
Yeah.
But when I went to college, I went off to Connecticut and then Delaware for the 2 years after that. So there was 0 Sri Lankans in any of the colleges I went to, which I thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah.
It's not that I was, I'm a very quiet person. I don't go out for partying. Like, I still haven't gone clubbing. I'm still waiting for that.
What?
Yeah, I'm
You're a club
turning
virgin?
33. Yes.
You're a club virgin?
Yeah.
My God.
I'm turning 33 in April, and I hope to
Yeah,
break it.
break that curse. I'm telling you, you're not missing much. There was
Yeah.
a time when I don't even drink, right? So I
Right.
go to the club just to like, because I have a shirt to wear. I have no place to go.
Right.
So I used to go and all my friends go. After some time, you can't see
Get
anyone. There's
exhausted.
smoke. Then
Right, right.
everyone is just too drunk to recognize
So you
who
go
you
to clubs
are.
just to look at people?
Yes, and I'm like, oh, it's so tiring. Now, of course, even if you pay me, I'll not go.
Right, okay.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
don't like places where there aren't enough lights.
Right, okay.
Like that dingy look, I
Right.
don't like
Like
that.
it, okay.
Yeah, I like to see
For
things
me,
clearly.
I just don't really get that. I don't enjoy it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
For like 30 minutes.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd love to. But the thing is, I think I won't enjoy it because I just like the company of my family and my closest friends. I love having chats. Like, I just love talking.
Yeah, I know.
And just like,
Hello, we can talk till the cows come
Yeah.
home and still we'll be talking.
I love it.
Yes.
And I enjoy it so much.
Yeah.
I mean, I dance with you guys at home or like, I mean, if it's like a private place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm a different person. So yeah, in college, I didn't have a lot of friends, but the people who did like know me and who were my friends were really cool. They were very nice, and they would never force me to do anything I didn't like because they all went clubbing. They all had thirsty Thursdays,
Yeah.
and I was just in my room all day, all
You
night.
were just a homie Thursday.
Yeah, so I'd work
Yeah.
because I worked at Chick-fil-A, Dunkin' Donuts,
Oh, wow.
Starbucks, a backstage cafe. So I used to be a barista for a very long time.
Wow.
So in
you're-
each one
you're
I
a
was
good,
a barista.
You're a good girl
As long
to
as-
have. You
as long
the
as I have the
assets.
coffee machines,
I
yes.
know. The assets, you need the assets to make it. But I just wanted to ask you, they say Starbucks is not as great as people talk about it. Is it true?
I mean,
spill the
spill the
dirt.
beans. Okay, spill the coffee beans.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing everywhere. It's just a brand, you know. Like, I mean, it's just like with everything else.
Nothing-
You get the same material, same fabric, same design, but if it's
Marketed well.
it has a bigger name on attached to it. It has a bigger value.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's amazing. I just have to ask you, in terms of all what you've seen, and you've traveled so much, and you come back to Sri Lanka, and I'm sure you would have worked with people who are so sheltered and who are so exposed within their frameworks here. And what do you feel when you speak to them? Because we just think, you know, this is it. This is how big the world is.
Actually, Sri Lanka has everything, to be honest. Like me traveling all over the world, like all the time since I was a little girl with my parents, I got to see a lot of things. I've seen beyond the boundaries, a lot of big people, small people, you name it, I've seen it. I've eaten food that costed someone's house.
Yeah.
And I've eaten something that we just took off the trees and
Yeah.
just, you know, boiled it and something like that. So, but I think Sri Lanka is so blessed that we need what we, like, you know, there are wants and we have needs. But we have everything we need here, and there's enough resources of everything, from knowledge to food to shelter to everything. I think what we have here is enough. I don't think we need to go outside of the world to do anything, but the only problem here is we are not taken care of by by the people who are supposed to take
do
care
their
of us.
job, yeah.
So then we just need to go out and
And be second citizens to other countries.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. All right, we are taking a break because when we do come back, we're going to speak about new music and music that has come out with Raini. All this and more on the other side. You stick around, we start on fire.
Danu on Fire, powered by
Celeste Daily. Missing something? Just Celeste it.
Thank you to our friends, our title partners at Aditya Resorts. Now, as you know, these guys are hailing so big in Anuradhapura with their amazing treatments that they give you for aches, pains, and sometimes when a stage may collapse on you. Well, if you are someone like that who has gone through such traumatic experiences, you can have the best doctors working on you to get your physical strength back. But you know, who has time to go to Anuradhapura no, these days?
Oh.
Yeah, you don't have no? Take that damaged foot of yours
Okay.
to Aditya in Colombo. They
Oh,
brought,
they have one in Colombo.
yeah, they brought everything here, and I've given you a little voucher for you to remember me. Actually, it's not from me, it's from them. But they have the best doctors giving you the best treatments, and at the same time, they can even sort out this very soulful food before you step out. Do you feel relaxed already? I know. Thank you to Aditya Resort. More details on their social handles. Welcome back to the show. It's our final segment, and we're checking out the Mount Rainier Hotel for Danu on Fire this week with Raini. You know, Raini has such a unique voice, and that's one of the first reasons why I started listening to her music. I was like, oh, such an interesting voice. Tell me, out of your dad, it's a tough question to answer, no?
Okay.
Whose voice does he prefer?
Out of who?
Well, how many kids does he have? Just the two
Oh,
of you?
out of me and my sister?
Yeah.
Between me and my sister? But we have two
Very different
completely
voices,
different
but
voices.
like
I mean, I like my own for myself. That's what I have.
good answer. What does your dad like?
That you'd have to ask him.
I'll
Yeah.
ask him when he comes. Next time he has to come on a show, I'll ask him for it. Anyway, new music coming up. You had like some cool songs coming out.
With different concepts and for
And also
different
that one
reasons.
name.
Sarojini. Yeah.
I
That
wanted to be
was a special
Sarojini. I
song.
told her that.
Sarojini. Sarojini, yeah, I actually did.
Who is Sarojini?
Sarojini is a lot of women.
And why the name Sarojini?
So that was just a random name that came up
Yeah.
with the song, like the lyrics, because it had a good ring to it,
Yeah.
and just a very Sri Lankan name that we wanted to have for the song.
We have another name called Nadundima.
Nadundi. See, that's not very.
That's not
I
very
don't know.
rhymeable.
Very, it's not very easy on the
Yeah,
tongue.
it's a mouthful.
Sarojini is very easy on the tongue.
Yeah. Sarojini. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it was done for against and to create awareness for domestic violence, male, female, both. But you know, I'm a female singing it, so I did it in my perspective as a woman, and yeah, so I had a cause for that and a very proud one because a lot of people, a lot of women actually are very afraid to speak about it.
Yeah. And also sometimes you think everything is so good, and sometimes women don't even know they're in an abusive relationship. That's really bad.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's so normal to them because
Yeah.
they've seen her, like his or her mom or dad going through it, and it just passes on, and they think it's a normal thing.
Correct. And also it's just that society has made them believe, you know,
Yeah.
that's just normal.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
you
just
are
life,
you are
yeah.
supposed to like cook all 3 meals and wash the toilet
Yeah.
every day. You know, it's just not the right thing
Yeah.
to do. Apart from that, any new music coming up this time?
We actually have another song
Called Danu, I know that is.
No, it's called Maya Vakto. It's also a duet, actually, that is supposed to come out with it's linked to the drama series that I told you about last
Yes.
time. So we did one song. We
Why
released
don't
one
you
song.
refresh our viewers
Okay.
on the drummer series?
So yes, I released a song called Kalurte Kita Bai Hinda in 2021, and then I promise I do part 2 for the song, or I do a series or a movie for the song. So I was able to do a complete series of 4 seasons. I mean, not 4 seasons, of 4 episodes. And I'm hoping to do like season 1, season 2 of it. We'll see how it goes. So I attached 2 songs into the drama series, and since Darshan Tavaraja is the main actor in it and he can sing, we both thought we'd sing our own songs and let's
Bring out,
yeah.
yeah.
And so we released one song called Situili Pavigya just last month, which is amazing. It's always on radio. I love hearing it on the radio. And so we have another song that's linked to it, like I said before. So it's called Mayavdo, and we're supposed to shoot it very soon.
That's amazing. So this started off as a song. It has now grown into its own thing.
Yeah,
which
Danu,
is-
and I'm really happy and proud that I was able to create, like, take my own music video and make it into a whole tele-series, because I mean that's not done before, and
know.
this is something I was dreaming of, and I didn't know I had the funds to do it, but I did it by myself with zero help, and when I take a step back, and these are things that I only imagined. I never thought that I'd be able to do these things.
But it's nice
and
to sit back
it's
and
like,
see.
it's like little goals that you accomplish on the way, and blindly taking a chance and really trusting yourself.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
If you have actually sued the Israel stage manager, you could have done the feature
I
film.
could have done our entire movie.
I know,
yeah.
you never thought about it. Sarojini could have been paid as well. You never thought of that, no, did you?
No.
Unfortunately. Always, you need to have me around to
Yes.
answer such
Yeah.
very, very, very tricky questions. She's also featured in Rafaela's calendar this year, looking gorgeous. We'll put a picture of it because it was one of my favorite pictures. And you were not supposed to be in the pool, but you ended up in the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
How
since
did you end up in the pool without getting wet? The top part is not wet, right?
no, Mitaning Palla, it's all wet.
Ah, yeah,
You just
that is
don't
true.
see it.
Yeah.
No, what happened, but the thing is, when Rafi told me there's a pool, we're just going to shoot in the pool area. I know Rafi, I've known her
She will
for a very
drop you.
long time.
Yeah.
I was smart enough to bring extra clothes with me.
Yeah.
I brought extra clothes. Every part of clothing, I just brought it because I knew Raf. And she goes, Raini, do you think we can just put your legs in the pool? I was like, it's okay, I'll just get in
Just
the pool.
get in, it's much easier.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I already knew that was going to
It
happen.
was going to come, yeah.
And I just forgot
I'm
to
so
take
happy
the
that you
towel.
taught me, because one day she told me to come near a pizza oven. I knew what she was trying to get at. She was trying to cook me alive. Yeah, I know. She was trying to do it with fire for me. An element that will not bring me back to life. Anyway, on that note, we need to wrap things up. Thank you, Raini, for coming as always.
Thank
Lots
you
of
so much,
love.
Danu. Thank
We can't come closer because I'm disturbing her frame. That's why we have been put apart. On that note, we need to wrap things up. Thank you so very much for tuning in. We'll catch up with you soon. Till then, you keep smiling.
We get by on the things that we do for money. My husband laugh, I just might lose my mind, but I'm making something from nothing. You know I feel so sorry for the way that I act, but we are not perfect people. I need some easy
Thank you to our friends, our title partners at Aditya Resorts. Now, as you know, these guys are hailing so big in Anuradhapura with their amazing treatments that they give you for aches, pains, and sometimes when a stage may collapse on you. Well, if you are someone like that who has gone through such traumatic experiences, you can have the best doctors working on you to get your physical strength back. But you know, who has time to go to Anuradhapura these days?
Oh.
Yeah, you don't have, no? Take that damaged foot of yours
Okay.
to Aditya in Colombo. They
Oh,
brought,
they have one in Colombo.
yeah, they brought everything here, and I've given you a little voucher for you to remember me. Actually, it's not from me, it's from them. But they have the best doctors giving you the best treatments, and at the same time, they can even sort out this very soulful food before you step out. Do you feel relaxed already?
I do.
I know. Thank you to Aditya Resort. More details on their social handles.
Danu on Fire, powered by
Celeste Daily. Missing something? Just Celeste it.